eyes on Governor Dan McKee today as he's preparing to deliver his State of the State address later tonight. Boston Globe columnist Dan McGowan joining us now with some insights, because this really is a high-stakes address for the governor as he's seeking re-election this year, setting the stage for what he's trying to accomplish in that speech tonight, in addition to laying out his top priorities for 2026.
Yeah, it really is kind of this twofold event for the governor, because the State of the State address, every governor gets to do it. It usually coincides with your budget for the year, so you're going to lay out real priorities, kind of how you're going to spend the taxpayers' money. So that's the actual job. And then, of course, he's running for re-election this year, and so this is, for me, I think it's his largest audience that he'll face without any questions, right? It's not like it's a controversial interview. He gets to look the voters through the TV in the eyes and say, here's what my goal is, here's why I deserve 4 years of re-election. Now, he's not going to announce any candidacy or anything like that. He's already done that, but it is his biggest audience of the year.
Maybe a big campaign pitch is what we might see tomorrow, later tonight. We already know that he has 2 high-profile tax proposals that he has planned to include in his budget. So tell us a little bit more about what you know about those. Yeah,
very much it's aimed at 2 key constituencies when it comes to Democratic primary voters. In one case, he says he's going to kind of end the tax on Social Security. Now, this is something that a lot of states already do. Rhode Island's kind of unique in this way, and so he wants to end that. It's going to be very popular, I think, among older voters, people who get Social Security, as their income. And then he's also aiming kind of at the more progressive voters, which is he wants this a wealth tax, some sort of a tax on people who make at least $1 million a year. We don't exactly know that it'll be $1 million. It could be a little bit less, could be a little bit more. Governor in the past has been kind of timid about this proposal, but now he says he's open to it, and he'll lay out more details about that, both in his speech and then in his budget, of course.
All right, so we've gotten some breadcrumbs along the way. We hope to get some more information when he shares his address. We also expect the governor to discuss education in the big speech later tonight. Should we expect any details, any new proposals there?
I don't think we'll see new proposals, but because this is very much a campaign speech as well. Remember, Governor McKee, his sweet spot is education. This is the part that he feels very comfortable talking about. He's very confident that he's doing a very good job on education. Remember, he set that big goal just a couple of years ago that we would catch Massachusetts in test scores by 2030. We're not quite there yet, but obviously he has a little bit more time to do that. But he thinks he's got a good story to tell on education, and I think you're going to hear more bragging, more, hey, we've done a lot of big things. We've cut down on attendance, absenteeism, those kind of things. And so I think he's going to feel very comfortable talking about education tonight, but nothing major new, just this is his sweet spot.
Okay, we'll keep an eye on that. Boston Globe, Rhode Island columnist Dan McGowan joining us this morning. We're so happy to have you with us. We'll be watching the governor's State of the State later tonight.